Ketch Up, how this attack so now? You see the event are going?
Yeah.
You can put ketchup all in a curry.
Man, Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up,
Dancehall Ketch Up.
Dancehall Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up, Dancehall Ketch Up,
Dancehall Ketch Up. And if you're not saying Dancehall Ketch Up, move!
Hello people, greetings. This is Dansa Ketch Up. This is a feature we did last year already. You know, remember Fiwevents? We already featured the first edition, and then this was the second edition, and now we're gonna feature the third edition. We're gonna travel to Cologne tomorrow to catch up with our next event, and we're really excited, and that's why we also had to make sure that this recap is dropping before the new event coming, right? So enjoy the vibes. Sorry for the delay, but they say better late than never. So let's see what actually Fiwevents 2023 was all about, and gonna check what has changed or what will change. So we're gonna have some games in between. We're gonna get to know the dancers and the entertainers a little bit better. So make sure you definitely watch until the end. You can also always check our chapters. They have a clear overview. Whatever suits your interest most, you can find, if you just click on the minutes and the minute tag. From Fiwevents, we just started. Giddy is kicking off the class, and you can have a look.
Yo, press play, my bro.
One to them.
Do it event. All right, that is it. Good job.
It's a nice energy. Jamaicans are there, and as you know, we're gonna feature the event, and we're gonna talk with everyone. Let's see what has changed since 1 year, and enjoy the vibes, and let's catch up. I can't with you, this is like you're too much like me. No.
I just say that when you ask me the question.
Yeah.
Come man, I hear that man. Glad to you under pressure. Come.
Here we are again. Most of you just watched Fiwevents, but I guess you also noticed that this was already 1 year ago. Can you imagine? Time flies. So now we are here again, and DJ PAPPI is again with me and actually kicking off the interview sessions on the last day. Everyone is tired. Everyone just want to go home and sleep. But let's talk about the party last night. How was it? And even 2 months ago?
Yo. Dancehall Ketch Up. Hey, the party, my brothers and sisters. If you was never here this year, make sure you don't miss it next year, because the party, Friday night party was good, DJ Frigo, it was good, great Afrobeat segment, and the people was wearing great vibes, and as you can see, Dancehall Ketch Up probably showing a flashback right now.
Yes.
Yo, Damien, my brother, are you earth strong like right now? Rolex, my brother, are you earth strong like right now? So you go, Rolex, Damien. It's the dance floor there. I just want soon. More want to know all the nice vibes. And the birthday settings like right now. Even 20 seconds on the time. Uno just hold a vibe. Yo, no other dancer now up on the floor. I'll feed them time like right now. Drop any song where you feel for drop.
Is it drop anything, me boy? All right.
Ready!
You know, say the girl loves it. Ready. No, ready.
And last night it was crazy with me, DJ Lion. It was so much fun. The people was enjoying themselves. The energy was just 100% good at Fiwevents.
Yeah. Did you wish that we reached out earlier though? Because I think in both cases we reached around 2 a.m. right, and we only had 2.5 hours to go hard.
Well, for Joe, the earlier is the better. Because when you come early, you get more party time. But Jamaica party always go. We not come until the party start, So But it was great, you know. But if everybody was here like early, we could have get more party time. So because the people them they don't want more, you know. They want more, you know. You know, this morning we have to go in at the bush.
Yes.
We have to go in at the bush go finish the party because the time was so short, you know. So.
For real. But because it was linked to the event, you know, we kind of run out of time. But I saw it go sometimes.
Yes, because you know the student have to go get rest, sleep, because we have classes study again. So everything was like that, you know.
Nice. So what happened actually since a year now? Because we didn't talk 1 year since last time we met. What has changed? Well,
so much great thing is happening, you know. I do a lot of party this year. I do a lot of big event this year, you know. So from last year until now, there's a lot of growth, you know. There's a lot of improvement, you know, with myself and with my juggling as well, you know. And more people start to know about DJ PAPPI. They start to like my style and the way I play the music and the way I just deliver and just go on with myself more while on stage, you know. Because the thing with DJ, when you dance and you play music, you have to make sure say you enjoy it, because sometimes somebody probably not enjoying the music, but because you is dancing and moving, you know. So by just somebody standing and looking at you, they can just get in the vibes and feel the energy that I'm pushing out, you know. So it's great, you know. It was very, very, very good last night. Yes.
How did you even feel? Because there were some big legends in the game as well as a person called Flava Flava, and he actually gave you props like he never saw you before, but him big up your juggling. How does it make you feel when, you know, your fellow Jamaicans reach out to you and maybe for the first time and say like, yo, what you're doing? I remember his words, like, you know, saying what you're doing is nice and he feels like being back in Jamaica and all these things. How does that make you feel?
Yo, it made me feel really great because Flava, he might dance before me start playing music, you know. I mean, no film era when he used to dance, you know. So when him say, yo, Papi, yo, bro, you and the DJ do a great job, that is good, you know, because they know the real stuff, you know, they know the authentic stuff and the way it's supposed, the music's supposed to sound and the way it's supposed to play. So when he said that, it was good, it was a great feeling, you know. It was a great feeling because those guys from those times know the real music and how it's supposed to play, you know. So I feel very grateful and thankful for the advice or the big up what he gives to me, you know. Flava, big up yourself, man, you know.
Yeah, man. So for the people who are gonna watch now and they say, damn, if he's really playing and juggling and whatever, so nice, so where can people catch up with you in the real life? What are your next bookings maybe or your upcoming projects, in which cities?
Well, listen, I always have bookings. So people just follow me on the IG, DJ_PAPPI. Just follow me on Instagram, and you can also, if you want to listen to my mixtape, you can go on the Audio Mac, same DJ PAPPI, you find all of my mixtape, all different type of music, all different type of mixes, you know. So that is it. And just follow me on Instagram, you will see everything what DJ PAPPI is doing and everywhere I'm going to be next, you know. So you just have to just keep up with me on the media.
All right, we're gonna do that. Kaytii, it's a pleasure to have you here. How was the class?
It was good, especially for the third day. I know the girls had 2 days before me, and it was 4 classes for each day. So I expected the energy to be more low, but they gave the best, and I appreciate the love. Yeah,
nice. It's your third tour, right?
Yes.
In Europe. When was the last time you reached here?
2022. I came to Cologne twice. Yes, Mado was the first one, and then Miche, all of dance. So, yeah.
What would you say, was there anything that changed from last year, because it was 2022 you say, right, to this year in terms of your tour, in terms of booking behaviors or anything?
A question is very touching, man.
Slowly but surely we reach.
But I'm not going into him outside the door.
No, it's fine.
I'm not going to go in much details, but I mean, like, from my point of view, when you're managing yourself, it's a totally different thing from when you have a management. For me, I'm talking about my experience, I think the respect went down a bit where you're managing yourself is concerned, and with a manager, there is more respect. I don't know why, but...
Yeah, we shall look into this actually, because why did you decide to change this narrative, or why did you decide to manage yourself?
It wasn't a matter of change to manage myself, it was me wanting to gain the summer experience that everybody was telling me about, because I always come in the winter. And I decided to just do it myself because my managers were busy managing other people, so I just tried to do it myself to gain that experiences as well. You know, trying to see what behind the scene, like the people them who deal with the email and stuff, how it goes. And me I tell you, it's a whole heap of work. So big up to the manager. Them really, I do a phenomenal job. Mwah.
Yeah. When you compare this now you experience summertime and then back then wintertime, which season you like more?
Christmas, man. Zero summer over here. Zero summer over here where that trick I'm confused. This minute it cold, the next minute hot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not about hot, you know, because the sun is shining, I wouldn't feel no heat. I feel like a plastic. It just dead there. You see me? But Christmas, when you have one temperature, one weather, it just cold right through. Yeah, but summer, cool, 1 second, the next day just a switch, so. Like it's a light bulb.
Was there any city that you reach new to, or any favorite, like any new country to your list?
Greece, man. Big
How was
up
that?
Greece. The weather nice, mwah, beautiful. Jamaica weather over there. Love that food in Greece. Yeah.
All right. Now, as we said, we slowly but surely reaching to the part. You were posting here and there some negative comments about your tour, and actually, eventually, people who might not heard or saw it is about to end, right? Like your touring and your teaching comes slowly but surely to an end. Why did you decide to make a pause? Are you stopping it completely, or is it just a slight cut?
Why? You know, said listen to me, Jazzy. Why bring up that question? I never want to.
Because it's interesting. People have to know.
So for years I've been doing this. I got my first opportunity in 2019 after I had my baby. First 2 tours were you have ups and downs, but it was smooth, right? And for me to be in the biz fighting for all these years, if you know me, I always fight for the females. You see me for gain opportunity, because it's not easy for us to just come over here because we don't have a boyfriend. And I'm gonna say this with my back broad, yeah. You see me? So when we apply to the embassy, it's not, oh, we can go with a 1 letter. You see me? You guys have to know that when you're booking, especially for females, you have to cross every T, dot every I, and sign every paper. It is essential for us. Without those things, we won't get the visa. And it's a struggle. And I feel like for coming here more and more, it hasn't changed. It has gotten worse. And the level that I want to see, the respect for the woman from Jamaica, here, it is not there. And I feel it's very frustrating, and I feel like sometimes I'm fighting the fight on my own, and I'm just tired. Yeah. You see me? I want to see so much and whole it more for dancehall, for everybody. But the main thing for me is equality. You see me? Because as much as all the man them did more than we also push out equal work, or sometimes better work than some of the men, and we don't get the highlights or the push, or the support that we're supposed to get. So all of these things and whole it more we're not getting, you know, just bring it to that.
Talking about respect, why is it that women or Jamaican women are not respected in which fields, like classes, generally booking behavior, or how is that?
All right, so when I always talk about me, because I'm talking about my experiences, I feel like I've been on workshops where you have women teach and you have students in the class is indicating how we should teach, and I've never seen they do that with the men. You see me? That is one major disrespect I hate. Something that I hate. That is one of them, and I'm not going anymore. Yeah.
Understand. What was one of your hardest moments, generally speaking, when going on tour?
Getting the visa. Because the affair, Debbie and the promoter, them people, especially when you book a date, you know, you have to get everything together in line, because the embassy itself likes when you come with your things sorted out, and them now have sort it out, and then have to tell you to go back for this and ray. It's very annoying, and mostly because they do it for our safety. Because I've been through the experience where, you know, promoter book you and sign all these documents, and when you come over here, it's a total different treatment than what they sign in your contract. So that is the main reason for the embassy to emphasize on those things. So if anything should happen to us, we're safe. You see me? So, yeah.
And then likewise asking, what was one of your best memorable experiences on tour?
Coming on tour. Just to come here to experience the culture I mean, like the environment, the food, and so, yeah.
Any favorite fun story that you have that you can share from our tours?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. Last question is, what is dancehall overseas lacking at the moment? What would you say?
Foundation. I feel like because social media is so a big part of our world now, and instead of looking for quality, sometimes when you use popularity, sometimes you get quantity. You see me? The scene internationally is changing like every year. Every time I come here, I see new faces, and I feel like the students that are coming into dancehall don't know where dancehall is really coming from, so they don't have a brief understanding and how to grasp the normality of like vibe. If I say vibe, people is like, you see me? Yeah. Them not go in it. You see me? We in Jamaica, we don't have mirrors. You see me? And when I teach in classes and persons, you know, the mirror is there, they're focused in the mirror and not trying to add the move to their body and feel it. You see me? So, yeah, foundation.
Interesting. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In case there's people outside of this world who don't know you, can you introduce yourself for a second?
Hi, I'm Christina Nelson, otherwise known as the Dancing Rebel.
Yes.
I was originated from Spanish Town. I love to sing that. Yeah, so I was originated from Spanish Town. You know, the regular, I love to dance, look at reading, look at cooking here and there, adventurous, and, you know, introverted a little bit, extroverted by choice.
As we did talk with Kaytii already, TikTok has become, or generally social media has become such a big influence on our lives. And yeah, whenever I go on TikTok, I get an invitation from you to watch your life as well. So I would ask, how has TikTok influenced your personal life, actually?
It's a good and bad thing because it consumes a lot of your time. So you don't get to really go outside of that. But as dancers, it also helps us with promotion.
Yeah.
Promoting it blows up faster. So you have to use it now because it's in high demand. So, you know, as times goes by, you have to work with whatever that comes and ensure that you're always in the group of whatever comes, right? You're not in a bracket. So, yeah.
Do you actually feel any kind of pressure sometimes when it comes to like, oh, I have to go live again and I have to do this again, and because you're always in the spotlight, always, you know, being presentable?
Of course, you feel pressured, but it's a choice.
Yeah.
And it's also important for us to know when to take a break. So that depends on you.
Yeah. Talking about touring, because actually it's been 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, right, since you're back. And I was lucky enough to hit your first class, and actually now this is the last one, right?
Yes. On my way home.
How was your tour experience for this year?
This is one of my best tours, no lie. I normally have problems with immigrations and stuff like that. Everything was smooth sailing. The energy in different cities were amazing, so yeah.
Is there something that you would consider has changed significantly? I mean, 5 years is a long time. Is there anything that you noticed like, wow, this was so different than, you know?
Not really.
Not really.
In the classes, they talk a lot. So nothing has really changed. People always have their phones.
Yeah.
So nothing new. The same old.
Yeah. People now here going to watch this might know you as dancer and choreographer. Others know you only as influencer. How does your way after this tour look like? Do you want to focus back more on dancing and teaching, or more on other ventures?
Okay, as I said before, it's not okay to put yourself in a bracket, yes? So I'm going to venture off and do everything. So influencer, maybe I start teaching again. some other entrepreneurship and stuff like that. Yeah.
There was actually a student here who asked me about how to reach out to you, because sometimes your DMs might be very crowded, and if there's a person in Jamaica want to take a class with you, what is the best way to reach out if the DM is maybe in the request folder?
Okay, so the DM, it's not my fault. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's up with Instagram. But Ramesh Entertainment is my manager. You guys can message him. The booking inquiries is also inside of my bio. So you're sure to reach us that way.
Yeah, nice. Actually, there was, you were part of the social, what is it called again? The social house? Yeah. What was your experience like? How did that happen? And yeah, how was that?
Okay, the social house was lit. I met new friends. It's also a reality show that educated me, like moving on with certain stuff that I didn't know.
Which one?
I didn't remember the minute I want to say it. I want to get called by them. The food groups. I didn't remember my food groups and a lot of adventure stuff. I got a call to come on the show. I just tried it and it was good.
Yeah. But you had to cut it before because of the show, right?
Yeah, so I had to cut it short.
Yeah. So is this actually done already, or how is the current process about the show or the reality show in general?
No, the show is finished. Big up social house. Crazy.
And there is a next year or next edition, or you're gonna rejoin this, or how is that actually going? Or you don't know?
For the social house?
Yeah.
I don't know yet, but if I got a call, I would definitely go again.
Yeah. What are your goals for this year, your aspirations, maybe even on the longer run?
So my goals for this year is definitely more businesses.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, the doll have to angle a couple more business. Mm-hmm. Spread the wings, fly away.
Another student here was also asking me about your very first dance move creation. Which dance did you create?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Can't tell which one. Are you ever remember everything? Rebel Them. What Kaytii said, my first move was Rebel Them.
Yeah. Are there any last words that you want to send to followers, viewers, whoever in the world?
Students, learn from the creators before you teach their steps. And if you are unable to travel to Jamaica, feel free to ask questions. Learn the creators' move properly before you teach it. Secondly, the dancers, you need to focus. Get off your phones. We're not robots, we're not programmed. Catch some vibes. Yes.
Next guest, it's the third woman and actually the last one of Fiwevents, and it's none other than Matic from Xqlusiv Girls. I'm happy that you accepted the invitation. For the people who don't know you, maybe introduce yourself shortly.
Yes, hello, it's a girl Matic, Xqlusiv, representing from Jamaica, St. Thomas, yes. Here for the very first time, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah. As you just said, it's your first tour or your first time in Europe. How is the general experience? Is there any favorite country you have been to? How was it overall?
No, not at all. I'm enjoying every country that I've been to. So.
How has been Fiwevents for you?
Good. Yeah, the vibes and the support from other teachers from Jamaica. Yeah. Love the support. Them support me. Because I'm there for the first time and them push me, And them, some of them first time I see me at work and them say, Matic, I said it's there. I really appreciate them.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So that means sometimes you hide your talent then?
Yeah, shy bad. Me shy.
So we're lucky she's here actually. Yeah, I want to emphasize this again.
I'm so grateful. Like the girls out, class sold out. That is amazing for the first time here.
What are some of the advices you always give students, especially maybe if it's their first time taking a female dancehall class?
Always be you, be yourself. I will always say, like, practice become perfect. Never give up. Never tell yourself you can't, And believe in yourself. And love what you do. Yes.
Were there any major challenges actually that you faced while being on tour?
No.
None at all? Everything went smooth?
Smooth.
Yeah. That's nice to hear. What is your latest dance creation? What latest dance move?
Sexy applause.
So where you got the inspiration from?
I'm just listening to music. Once I have my earphone in my ears, listening to songs, there's when my creation start. Once I'm focusing, blocking all my surrounding and listening to my music, my gone out, me I build something on my head.
Nice, that's nice. Is there any other advices that you would give Jamaican females who are coming up to Europe or coming up for a tour for their first time? What experience you made that could be helpful for them?
Well, as I say, come here, represent Jamaica, represent your culture, yeah?
Yeah.
Make sure, say, when you're leaving, everybody a talk about you. You come for work, yeah? You come for leave your name.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure son come out and represent yourself and represent your culture.
Here we are, and it's the third time we are talking in Cologne actually. Yeah, this time at Fiwe you are not only a guest, you're teaching actually also, or you did teach already. How was your class today?
Honestly, I felt the progression that I wanted to happen, and it was good the fact that we just focus on one thing and then seeing the results and the response afterwards, smiles.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah. What was your main focus today?
Patience, music theory, and knowing that it's a conversation with the music. Like, it's not going to argue with you unless you argue with it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if you can allow yourself to know what you're feeling, it will naturally come. But if you give vocabulary with that, then you can naturally express yourself on top of that vocabulary and then use style on top of it.
Yeah. If I would have my phone with me, I would remember exactly what you were saying, but it's in my notes. But I remember you said something like, whenever you dance, you should always feel free and be yourself in any area or something like this, right? Can you repeat that for me?
What I was saying is like, if you're a real dancer, you can dance about anything. So it's like whether it's R&B, dance, or soul, or whatever the case is, you are the groove in dancehall, you are the feeling in dancehall, so you can definitely put that feeling in anything. If you don't feel like there is no groove, or if it's like this, you have to be able to be yourself in all situations. It doesn't change because they change the music. You still have the vibe. So.
Yeah, that's nice. Now, being on your little Europe tour again, and I mean being generally experienced in teaching over the past years, is there anything that you realized has maybe changed already in this little kind of time of frame? People were saying there's so many new students coming, or it's like most of them are in the scene since only a couple of years. Do you feel that students are lacking in some skills or techniques or understanding?
I mean, definitely, I'm what I would say, not middle generation, but I was around in that time, and that's the time I was exposed to dancing. So every generation changes, but for the recent years in where the culture itself became more abundant across Europe or even everywhere, but specifically Europe, that the events are, more informational, and they actually know that, okay, we can do this here, you can do this there. After the pandemic, I realized that even the places I've visited multiple times, if I go into a class, someone will ask me, so is this your first time in Cologne? So you can definitely see that the generation has reborn. So maybe their first experience to some song are the new songs that are remixed now, or the new instructional musics, or the new party songs right now is their first experience. So what I do understand is that the beauty of it is the fact that there's a lot more authentic and Jamaicans here on most of the events going around, but at the same time, I don't really feel like the students are taking full advantage of the full experience, not just wanting to learn the newest moves, but to take in just the energy, the walk, the talk, the lifestyle of it, especially when we party. So I feel that there is a gap right now. Is a big gap. And as we continue, as we get back to life and things come back, everything is kind of difficult right now. But for the scene, I definitely feel like it went down a bit. Yes.
Yeah. I was talking to some other people here already, and women actually who were also part of the event, and they were saying sometimes you feel the energy in the room, like people are getting annoyed kinda when they do it over and over again. Do you get a kind of energy from students too, or are you kind of zoning out, or how is that going?
That's natural. You ever have a friend that see you dance and say, can you do that little thing again, and then you try to teach them because they want to learn it in that moment, but they want to learn it and have it in that moment. They don't know how long you've been practicing to do that. So at the end of the day, the results is beautiful, process is ugly to them. So it's very frustrating. So you're going to see that all the time, and it's not just them now, but I had them at a point that everybody was tired, but I appreciate this class especially because they pushed. But we're not always so lucky to have people that, not for us, but invest in themselves to say, why did I even come here in the first place? Let me not waste this time. I can have sores and pain tomorrow, but if you want this, you have to put in the work. You can't just... People don't like to boil water anymore. You just put it in a microwave and you just have it in 2 minutes. Go to the gym for 2 days, you're supposed to be ripped. No, yeah, it's a process, but I don't take it and so personal anymore and try to feel like I am the one that is going to change them or make them help. It's just a guidance. I'm not in control, so if I give you the knowledge, it's yours. So hopefully people understand that when you do take the time out to go and do something, it's not for us, it's for you. And then what is for us is the fact that you did it for yourself, so it will also help us.
Yeah, that's nice actually. Where do you, or how do you explain yourself, or maybe even other people, the trend of learning new moves, then maybe going back to basics or repetition or foundation? Or why is it not enough to focus more on the foundation, for example?
It's based on when and where and how you fell in love with the culture, or what made you want to be involved. Was it something that was really trendy to you and it seemed fun and it's just that surface? Or is it something that you just enjoy doing and you make an effort to practice? Or if you're actually a dancer, you have to know how much you want to invest for what you want from that thing. If it's just escape, if it's just fun, then leave it as that. But if you take it to the point where you're going around, taking camps or actually training and practicing, then you can't expect to just, okay, tomorrow there's a new move, next week it's a new move, and not realize that all these moves were created so long ago. So if you go back, at least take the introduction and make it to be fun, make it to be love. But then you definitely need to know why this new dance is difficult, or if you can catch the flow, you would have the flow because it was just the flow from 2 decades ago.
Yeah. Interesting. So now we were at a party and you were mentioning something, saying you tried to motivate the crowd and kind of interact with them, but the response wasn't really there. You want to evaluate more on that?
So naturally in the dancehall parties, like, everybody plays a role. You know, like the DJ, the selector, the dancers, the vendors, and the people. It's work. Work in the sense of working together to create that same vibration. So it don't matter who you are, you're able to be who you want to be in that moment. So if you come there and you don't play your part, then the vibration won't go through everybody to liberate maybe the person that needs it the most. So at the end of the day, we're going to have our moments as the dancers when we roll out, but we don't have to stay 30 minutes there and make it a showcase. But also that feeling of knowing that in class everybody is happy and doing all this stuff, but we have to go back to being human in the party. Walla vibes. If you drink, you drink. If you smoke, you smoke. If you do whatever it is. But you're with your friends. We're not also in class anymore. This is the part of the culture that made it possible for it to be in a classroom, because we have to actually explain what was natural. So if we have to explain what was natural, we're going to try to let you get it secondhand and maybe become second nature for you to know that as soon as you hear music, the same as you're in the car, you're in the shower, you're just gonna dance no matter if we are not dancing. Just because we go out and dance, it's not a showcase, it's not a workshop anymore. This is the vibe. So this part of the events is the most important part, because class is just class. Knowledge is just knowledge, but if you don't apply it, it's not gonna make sense. And if you don't apply that inside the party, then you won't even get an experience, because it's, you know, so I feel like being shy is one thing, but if you're gonna treat it like a class, you can join in. So if you don't treat it like a class, even better, but it will be better that you join in here. Don't leave the dance floor like a circle. And then if nobody's moving, everybody's standing and looking at each other. That's not the case. So for these events, we have to be able to separate when you're taking in information and when you're being human, and you add that together. Once the theory meets the practical, it becomes the vibe. Yeah.
Would you actually say there's a difference? Like, I mean, of course, you've been traveling to different countries, but also being based in the States, when you have workshops there and parties at the night, is it a total difference in comparison to Europe?
Of course. Miami and New York, especially. Because I'm based in Miami. Miami is an hour and 30 minutes from Jamaica. Everybody that lives in Jamaica lives in Miami. If you are a DJ in Jamaica, you have an event in Miami. It's been going like this from Miami to New York, to Connecticut, to Canada, all the time. So at the end of the day, you can't really teach dancehall classes in Miami. I was one of the first people to actually teach classes there. At the moment, we gave the power to have people have it on their roster, but there's no thing that you just say everybody's gonna take a dancehall. They go to the parties. So that's all they know. They know the real thing. So if we do have a class, I don't have to explain that once we go to the party that they have to, how they have to act. They know how to act. And especially New York has a bigger scene than most places in the US. So in class they have the vibe. In class they act like that because they're there for that reason. Because they know when they go out, they're going to vibe. They don't have to, we don't have to babysit them.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we just always practice this in our classroom, but then when it's party, it's like, okay. We pay more attention to what other people think.
Right.
This is definitely something that I can tell about myself too. So we kind of just step back.
I can add on that too about the appearances. It's a very valuable thing, but we are trying to promote the appearance that by day I'm probably selling at a market. I work in the fields. I work at an office. By night, this is who I will never be able to show to the people that I'm actually around in the daytime. So your appearance can be as lavish or whatever the case is, as creative, as goofy. This is the time for them to look at you like, yes, you can be strange. For us, it's not strange. If you're normal, you're strange. So in that moment, it's the right time for you to show everything that you are afraid to show during the daytime when you're inside the dance hall. But when you're there now, it's not the same as if you walk in the streets and certain people don't dress a certain way and they just look at you and judge you. We're not judging.
Yeah. So how are we going to change this in Europe?
The way certain trees grow is based on their environment. So if I put an oak tree seed inside of a little pot like this, it will never be as big as it's supposed to be. The environment is the environment. But our role right now is the fact that in hopes that we do give you a type of energy. It's not like we're the source in the sense that we're the source for your own vibe, but we are giving you a part of our culture to be a part of it. So at the same time, we all make it. So if you choose, as much as you choose to put in, that's what's gonna happen. So we're trying to make the pot bigger so the tree can be bigger. We cannot erase how your own culture treats their people. If you don't feel free, if you feel like you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, we hope that you have a haven inside the dancehall to do that. But you have to tell yourself to actually make the first step, because you can go somewhere and realize if you never had freedom, you won't know how to do it. So I feel step by step.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe next year. There's already an improvement. Yeah. We're gonna talk about this then. Any last words? Any, I don't know, other matters, thoughts that crossing your mind you wanna?
I know. I just feel like we just have to move with love and gratitude, because at the end of the day, if we focus on so much other things, like right now, if this class is going on and we're out here, I shouldn't be anywhere else but where I am right now. So I feel like if we have an opportunity to be together for the same reason, but your intentions are different, make them the most positive intentions that you can possibly have. Remind yourself that your value as a human is just as important as your value as a creative or as an artist. And when we share that together, you can't take back those times. So in this time, in this moment, catch up with yourself on your love, on your mind. And when you get that correct now, share it with other people and make sure that we're all in this together.
Yeah.
That's all Ketch Up. They never miss, they never mess up. Slipping at the building.
Okay, people, we had to move actually outside because inside it was way too hot. So that's why we changed a little the background, and it even looks nicer. And I hope you recognize that very familiar face next to me. It's an honor to have none other than Global Bob next to me.
Blessed love.
Yeah. And it's so nice to actually finally talk to you, I mean, in person, because we did exchange some words here and there. And when it comes to Global Bob, I want to share this because we always exchange about the difficulties, and I just want to put it in this part, because Global Bob is one of the dancers or entertainers who fits in all categories. And we always kind of discuss and reason about it, actually, because he's not only a person who's living in Jamaica, he's living overseas, like in Switzerland as well, but still touring non-stop. So whenever you see me posting some overviews, it's always tricky to kind of fit him into a box, right? So that's why I just wanted to take that moment and make sure you can even express yourself again to, just make people know your point of view, or just, basically,
All right, man. First and foremost, I must say thank you for having me on your forum. In live, in person. Usually we speak. Live in living color. Usually we speak via social media, as you know. So, blessing, and it's a pleasure for me. All right, first thing with the overview. All right, for me, I really just keep it simple and say Jamaica, straight from Jamaica, no matter where I go in the world. For example, even now, any dancer, myself, we're on a Europe tour. We are here in Europe. If you go any country, for example, we're coming in Germany, you will never say, Global Bob, coming from South America, coming from 10 different countries, everybody will just say, straight from Jamaica. So we always just keep it simple. But also, I am also grateful that I get to experience life also in Europe. So I don't neglect that or turn a shadow on that. But I don't want it to be centered that I'm in Europe, because I'm not one of those dancers who stay in Europe and in Europe for years or months. Every few months I'm back home.
Exactly.
So it's really that I just keep it Jamaica. But I also support the European base also,
Yeah, for real. Yeah, there was something that actually when I kind of structured these questions, I was thinking, is there a time actually, or was there a time, because you're a legend since long, is there ever a time when you look at your journey and you, I don't know, kind of need to pinch yourself, like, oh, this is really happening, like I'm really a person who shaped the culture so much and who has such an impact, and you're still touring. Do you believe it sometimes, or is there something like it's just, I don't know, it makes you speechless sometimes?
I wouldn't say sometimes, I would say all the time. Yeah, man. Even this very moment right now, to be here standing in Germany, in Cologne, in the next city. I always dreamt about days like this as a child coming up, and then I always thought that I would just be a part of the ones to open up the gate for the other generation to get this type of benefit. So
for me, every day is overwhelming. Every day I'm left speechless because it's something that we never expected. And to still be here and to be relevant, that's all I care about, longevity and just to stay relevant, to still be here, to can pass this information. I think life has a way to design things, so I think I'm just the vessel chosen to pass this type of information to the people. So I don't even claim it like to say, oh, I have to pinch myself to say it if I'm still here, because life was designed this way, that I was the chosen one to be the one to spread this type of knowledge and bring this type, because I'm still growing, I'm still learning. As much as I have been here from then, I'm still learning every day. Every moment I'm still growing, still evolving. So, you know, knowledge is infinite.
Yeah, definitely. Talking about this, people, if you missed his class yesterday, I'm very sorry. You're gonna get some snippets. Yes, you might gonna see some snippets as we speak right now. What happened yesterday at your class? Because it wasn't you alone teaching.
23 years ago, we were walking in the streets of Kingston together, without ever dreaming that we'll be out in the world to spread the joy of dancing and love. We dance in the street just for the fun, for the passion. It was never about to earn money or to travel and these things. It was just representing what we love.
We don't like it. We don't like it. We love it. You understand?
So to begin, I want to begin to show you exactly who Flava Flava is. We will begin with the original demonstration showing you where Broke Up is originated from. Okay? This is the moment to observe, and then after we will start breaking down steps to you, okay? All right.
Just magic. It was just magic, and it was just only natural because Flava, he is someone that we walked together in the streets 25 years ago. So we were just two guys walking, not only two of us, because there was like my crew had 200 guys in Jamaica. So we were all on the street together walking from parties to parties, never expecting one day to even be outside of Jamaica. We would never envision to go on a plane and travel. So for me to be here with someone to share, because I never ever do collaboration classes. But the moment I found out that Flava was the uncle of Damien, I wasn't even supposed to be on this event because I was taking a break from traveling June. And while we were in Moscow, Damien said to me, the name that you call in your class is my uncle. I say, your uncle? And when you video call Flava, it's the first time we were seeing each other after 23 years. Yeah, it was emotional because we couldn't believe to see each other again. So to be here, to speak about it in February, and then I said, okay, I will be a part of it, no problem. And to really make it happen, it's a blessing. And to share that, we never planned nothing. The class wasn't planned.
It was
natural, and that's the beauty. And I think people, they got to see what it is that we bring to the table and get to see Flava in his element. So I was happy to be that person there to share that moment with him too.
It was amazing, I think, because even the amount of students who could actually witness what people or what Jamaicans like you and others in their lectures explain is like to see that. For me personally, when I recorded, I had goosebumps. I'm like, what? This is it, you know? Like you explain and you have a kind of imaginary, like an image, but then really seeing like, what? This is how it looks like. And we're curious because we're going to catch up with Flava same way. So there's a lot of information, I think, that are missing actually, because to be super honest, I heard about him, of course, like, you know, in like Dansa Bling and you know, mentioning the name, but there's not much on the internet, and generally people not really talk about, you know, maybe legends like him, and he himself said that as well. So it was a
even for me personal, because I represent the underground culture, and same with Flava. We are more underground, but we have this respect in Jamaica, but we still remain, you would say, like underground. So if, for example, someone like me didn't get the chance in the teaching world to break out too, we would be pushed under the rug, and people would hide people like us because we never go commercial route. We were the hardcore street. Street don't mean that we were dancing only in parties. Street mean we were dancing in the actual streets of Jamaica. I'm Halfy Tree's best dancer, one of the best. I won't even say the best, but I was one of the most favorite dancers from the city. I dance Halfy Tree, I dance downtown, I dance pot and play everywhere in the street, and that is what gave our respect. So And look out for many more other great dancers. We'll be bringing them.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So we will be bringing all of them out of
they
retirement.
deserve their light.
Yeah. So
I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to SLip earlier, and we mentioned a part about parties in Europe, like dancehall parties being based here, and because you have so much experiences with like 55 countries, right? I think that was what you wrote down. Why is it that whenever we face or whenever we go to a party, a dancehall party with Jamaican dancers, and especially in Europe, we're gonna rock out and do all these things in classes, but when it comes to a party, it's stop and everyone's shy and kind of go to the back. What we could even realize, like the interaction is not really there. Do you realize that as well or witness that? What is your point of view on that?
My point of view, it all begins with the environment. Sometimes the DJs, personally, I don't like how some of them play because they don't take time to research the music. They are not connected with the crowd. They are playing and they are just in the laptop or in the device, or they think this particular type of song is what they need to play. Sometimes, for example, I personally don't go out to hear dancing songs because the songs that created the dance moves, they were not dancing songs originally. They were just songs singing about life and any song that have the feeling, So I go to hear a mix of music. Most of the DJs now, they are just playing some commercial songs, I would say, because it's only dancing songs, but they have to study the music to build the party atmosphere, and this is what they are not doing. And I saw it even at the parties, not only here but other places. I think they are trying, but to be honest, there's a lot of groundwork to be done. Yeah, and that is what also comes with the vibe. But the parties had some high points, but if it was for me personally, I think they should include more vibe, more real authenticity in the music. Play back some real juggling, man. Go back to some Dan Carleon, some Dave Kelly, some King Jammies. Get back the real dancehall vibe. Show people. Dancehall don't mean it's just dancehall music, Play back some real hip hop, some real R&B. Get the people feeling the love. The music miss the love. The party miss the love. You need to create that atmosphere.
But in order to really know that as a DJ, you would need, as you said, to research and maybe even go to Jamaica, because I know even from my city there's a lot of people playing dancehall, but they have no idea. And even, here at the parties, and we can say that because we're going to have some snippets too, we jump from one genre to the next, from a high energetic to a reggae or, like up and down like hill. So I don't know, this is even throwing us off as,
Should give you a prime example. Last night, one of the DJs were playing the Taliban song.
Yeah.
And I say, pull up.
Yeah.
And he was in his moment, you know what the DJ said? You want it pull up, you pay for it. And he's not even Jamaican. And me, I said, if it wasn't my friend event, I'd disrespect this guy. Because, you can tell me as a Jamaican, if I wanted to play back, pay for it, you think I will give you money to play my song? It's you who should pay us to play our music. Because Jamaica is the music of the world. So never you tell me, guy, about playback. So this kind of disrespect they see on YouTube when there's a money pull up. And they start to follow this concept. Don't try that concept, bro. If you love music, love the music. But don't try to monetize our music or monetize our culture. Yeah. And even if I was to pay for the money pull up, who will get the money? Do you know the purpose of the money pull up? Is to feed the streets in Jamaica, feed the real people, feed the homeless, feed the vendors, feed the real people that have kids to go to school. So me, I give you a European DJ money for a money pull up. What do you do with that money? Go buy cigarette, go buy alcohol. No, so have sense. Don't play with our culture. Don't play with it. So understand what you're doing. So things like this, they just follow, but they don't really know what they are doing.
Yeah. I think that's very important actually, because I'm sure a lot of people don't know about this and don't know the necessity of it. And
they don't understand.
Yeah, thanks for sharing though. Talking about the tour part again, as I said, it was 55 countries.
Yeah, man.
What is your favorite country if there is only one?
To be honest, every country I have a sentimental attachment to it because every country gives me something different. Yeah. I have a different experience. I can't even give you a bad experience in any because all countries that I go, the reception is just different and I get a different. Some of them, to be honest, I don't get to visit the country because you go in and then you go out again and leave. But the people that I've met, it's love. Yeah, man. And I have so many places that. One of them that really stood out to me though is India. Yeah, that country really stands out to me with how it's it's not the best of economy, but the way the dancers give me so much energy and love. Yeah, man. But it's not only there, so I don't want to pinpoint one country, but Yeah, man.
Yeah, memory.
Yeah,
nice.
man.
Yeah, that's
Deep.
nice. Talking about students who maybe have never taken a class with you, or generally speaking, started to, get into dancehall just now, which means more or less like you start with new school. What would you advise them to do?
All right. If you start with new school, you have to be smart, guys. Dancehall is a concept of life, basically. This is why it's very important. There's no way you can have a building without a proper foundation. So it doesn't make sense you start. If you even start with new school, maybe it start like that, maybe through circumstances. Maybe the person who introduced them to dancehall is a new school dancer. Nothing is wrong. Make sure now you take the time now to find proper teachers who represent old school. They don't necessarily have to even come to me to learn, but there are a lot of great practitioners who are representing the culture and giving the real information and giving the truth. So I think you have to, it's very important. It's mandatory once you are studying dance to learn old school and middle school. There's no way you can do new school and not learn the foundation. So I advise you to get in touch with people, because we're all accessible now via social media. So
very much.
Yeah.
I can actually add to this, because that was something that I realized when I started. All of you were just like, oh wow, like big stars and not really approachable, because you also respect, your privacy, and like you just don't run into a DM. But you can really just talk to them, because they're just human beings like everyone. So yeah, definitely recommend this as well. Touching shortly something else, I read, and you posted about this here and there as well. You actually have a bachelor degree in our marketing major, banking and finance minor, right?
Yeah, man.
How did this influence your dancing career, or maybe
It influenced my dance career 100%, because that's how I actually grew from being SpongeBob. I actually resigned from dancing in 2009. And that year when I was resigning, it was the same year I was winning #1 dancer in Jamaica. I was winning best dancer in music videos. And while winning these awards, I was getting a lot of, I was more focused on the negative feedback, because when you win, there's always people commenting saying it's not he should win, it's the other. So I was focusing on these type of comments. So I was thinking every time, if I win, I'm getting all these comments. So I say, you know what, I don't want no more award, and I don't want to dance no more, because I don't want this type of negativity. I never asked for awards, I never asked for gifts, I never asked for trophies. So I was saying that I'm going to finish with dancing. And while in school, my teacher was explaining how to reposition your brand. And that course, that topic really started impacting on me when I was seeing how to reposition your brand. And I say, wow, all my life I was known as SpongeBob. And in teenage years, because since I was 10 years old, I became popular in Jamaica. So as the dancer SpongeBob, now when I'm an adult, I don't want to still go by the same name. So I was thinking, wow, I can change my branding. So that's how the Global Bob came about. I was thinking, okay, if I can get an original name, it would be better for me, because I don't want people to take me as a cartoon character all my life. I want them to take me serious. And that was where school was what made me learn how to reposition my brand and take my brand to target which audience I want. And I said, I represent professionalism, I represent authenticity. How do I make persons perceive me this way? So that's when I rebranded myself. And then I came with the Global Bob, and that's when school. And then with the banking and finance part, that helped me to manage my money. So that helps me a lot with everything. So I'm a balance between streets and academics.
Yeah, very much.
So I mix both. It's not just about academics, because you can be very academically inclined. You can be book smart, but when you go in the real world, you're a fool. And you can be very street smart and survive, but then you can manage your finances. Yeah. So I try to find that balance, and what I don't know, I keep asking, and if I can't do it, I get the person who specializes in this to do it.
Yeah, actually a perfect position to be, a supervisor, and just the person you are basically, and shaping the culture. The rock star is with us. I had to introduce him like this, so maybe you don't know us yet, but Dansa Bling, the name gone, or?
Rock star right now, rock star. So we are rock down the ground trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this a little later. So for now we start with your current matters, let me call it like this, because you're on tour, right? Actually about to end, if I'm not mistaken, right? The tour is about to end?
Tour never ends, tour continues, tour part. Good.
All right, the tour part for this summer?
Yes.
Most probably
and
for
then
this.
we start again.
All right. So how was the tour experience?
Well, remember in Dansa Bling been touring from Wapikil Philip. If you don't understand what is Wapikil Philip, it means long time ago. So it's not just in the teaching format Dansa Bling been touring. We used to tour before that. We used to do performance on stage just for 3 minutes and, you know, get off the stage and get your money and leave. But now it's more different, not difficult, different. Like now you have to explain more of the culture, explain more of the technique of the move in a class, and instead of 3 minutes, now it becomes 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. So you see the knee pain them, it's not normal.
Yeah, for real. What was your favorite place so far in every country you've been
In
to?
every country, I don't want to disclose that
Yeah,
too much in the public, but for me, every place have their different experience.
Yeah, sure.
Every place is beautiful in their different way. So I will never, ever disclose that on public.
All right, no problem. Before we catch up, I talked to I talked to Global Bob, and I was asking him how, and I want to ask you the same question because you're a legend likewise. You know, and sometimes I'm wondering, like, how does this actually make you feel? Like, is there any a time when you kind of punch yourself in order to realize this is really me? Like, you know, I'm a person who shaped the culture and who has and still having so much influence on the culture, and, you know, the way you're bringing the culture across borders. How does this make you feel?
Actually, it makes me feel good because the thing is, you know, I remember far in the days, and you know, Jamaica, we say back in the days, we used to think about go outside of Jamaica to make people understand what is Jamaica dancehall dancing. So 2006, I remember we were doing a rehearsal for a big music video, me and Global Bob. And I said to him like, yo, Global Bob, I wish all of us can be outside in the world doing the same type of vibe that we do in the streets of Jamaica. Wasn't thinking about teaching or doing lectures on dancehall, just to perform and show people the talent that Jamaican dancers and artists have. So to like have this feeling now, to everything is manifesting, to all the things that we were thinking about back then, and to see all the Jamaican dancers here now representing Dancehall Ketch Up. Jesus Christ, it's an overwhelming feeling, man. Like, my voice is a little bit gone because I've been shouting in the class, but trust me, the feeling, can't even explain it. But I just know that I feel good.
Yeah, that's nice. You talked about performances, and actually, you know, there's dancers here who started with touring as teachers and, you know, as sharing the culture, but your background is different. Would you say, like, I mean, I think there's a change right now, right? Like, you actually tour less as a dancer, being booked on stage performances than as a teacher for sharing the culture. Why is that?
You know, things sometimes change, things evolve in different type of way, different form and shapes. Back in the days when we used to tour, nobody was thinking about who to teach a dance move or more how to vibe a dance move. So when we go on stage, it's a vibe with the crowd and get that type of vibe. It wasn't about event of who is going to battle who on, you know, or teach how to dance. Bogle already told us, everybody can dance, but it's not everybody a dancer. You vibe with people, let them feel that energy. So it was different back then to, you know, when we get an opportunity to go outside of Jamaica, go on a stage for 2 or 3 minutes and come off and then get your money and leave. And sometimes we don't even dance on a stage. We're just in the club to create that vibe, you know, they call it guest appearance, you know, and we just go on and vibe on that level. Now it's different because now younger dancers don't even have a name or something like this can able to use social media platform to market themselves to get out. You understand? And when I say get out, I mean leave Jamaica and, you know, come on this type of stage and, you know, get their talent out there. In our era, we didn't have that. We didn't have no social media to promote ourselves. There was only one camera, which was crappy. You understand? Dancehallreggae.com. And when that man put his camera at Dirty Friday or Passa Passa, everybody was trying to be in front of the in front of that camera to get their shine or their attention out there. Now, it's very easy, you know what I mean? Every dancer does. Exactly. So it was a big difference, but back then, to be honest, when it comes down to the business part of it, of making, it was more. Yes.
Interesting. Now you mentioned it already, your class. I'm sure there's still people out there who has never taken a class with you as yet. And sometimes I hear, because we also had, certain discussions on social media. And then sometimes people, they maybe say like, yo, I feel I'm not good enough, to join this. Or even what I discussed the reason with Global Bob is like people were, let's call it, born in the new school era. But why is it so necessary to go back to the streets? And what can people expect in your classes?
The thing is, everything that is happening now in the new school era based on movements of body is what happened from old school. So everything happened from old school, then it go over to middle school. So think about it. If you don't take care of the root of something, the whole thing will die. You understand? Now new school is branches. You cut the branches, it drops off, it die. But if you cut the root of the tree, the whole thing is finished. If you cut the branches, it fell off, it died, but guess what happened? It comes back again, because that's the branches. You get new leaves, you get new limbs, you understand? But whenever you kill that root, the whole thing is dead. So if you notice, even some of the dance moves that are creating now is what is coming back from old school era, you understand? Every little thing that they're creating, it's only time above time, because now the count move from 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, then MOB come up with the first 8 count dance move, and then it moved from that to 16 counts to be a routine. So it's a big difference what that is going on. But to be honest, me not bash no new school dancer. I am a dancer from in the 80s coming up into 90s. People don't ask my age. When I say that, they must know what is going on, you understand, and I'm still here representing, but I respect everybody. You know why? Because I know things don't stay one place, things evolve. But the most important thing that new school have to understand, that respect where the thing is coming from, because if it wasn't for our blood, sweat and tears running up and down in the streets, dancehall dancing, not even the music part of it, dancehall dancing wouldn't be where it is right now.
We wouldn't be here talking about this.
Exactly.
Yeah. A current topic that you also mentioned already, and I'm curious to hear, especially, your point of view is TikTok and all the social media influencers. Yes. How do you evaluate the role of TikTok on authentic dancehall culture?
The thing is, I have no problem about what is going on TikTok and all of that, because before TikTok we have MySpace, before MySpace we have High Five, we have all of these things, then we got Facebook. So everybody, I remember back in the days when I started to understand about MySpace, social media platform. I was like, I need to know what is this, I need to get to this. And it was so good, because remember, everybody was relying on dancehallreggae.com, Scrappy, or 2 Grand that you see in the party still recording videos. Everybody was relying on them. And when we get this social media platform, which was MySpace, and I first started out with that, and I said, oh, so I can upload a video here, and I get comments and people reviews and all of that. Yeah. So now in the new school time, you have Instagram, and now you have TikTok, and people using different short videos to go viral and stuff like that. You can't blame them if they find a platform that can push their career or push their thing that they're going on in dancehall dancing or whatever, acting skill, anything. You have to just allow them to do it, So I'm okay with what's going on with social media world now to promote a dancer or artist or anything,
Yeah, that's interesting to hear. There was a kind of personal story that you shared here within the event. There was a cousin of you, actually. Are we allowed to... A cousin?
A cousin? Who that cousin?
No, a cousin. How you call it in Patois? Your cousin.
Me a cousin?
No, man. Your family. A cousin?
A cousin? Come here, say... She not Ketch Up. Come here, say cousin.
Cousin? How you pronounce it?
Cousin.
Cousin. Cousin. But that's the same thing we say?
I just say your cuz.
Your cuz.
Yeah, your cuz.
We allowed to share this?
You have to, of course, your cuz.
Of course, yeah, because maybe
Matic
you can...
Xqlusiv, man.
Yes, and we had her already, and she's shy up.
Yeah, you see, Matic, she's a very shy person.
Yeah.
Matic don't talk that much.
Yeah.
From she was little till now, she's the same type of person. But you don't understand how proud I am of my cousin sharing the same stage of me, not in Jamaica, but in Germany, in Cologne. Yeah. You don't understand cold bump? You know, cold bump. I'm really happy for her, man. Her first time in Europe. I think this is her first time traveling outside of Jamaica. So imagine the feeling that she's feeling to know that she's representing a culture that I've been doing for, I have to tell her,
Forever.
Long time.
Are there actually any wishes or, let's say, aspirations that you have as a legend for dancehall in the next years, maybe?
Well, all me have to say now, youths, welcome up now. Don't do it for the hype. Do it with love. Don't create something that is going to last for 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. Create something that can last for a lifetime, longevity. You say if you don't create something that is going to last, you're going to understand that other people that was here waiting is going to run past you. So create something that can stay long and people can always remember your name in their mouth. That is what Bogle did. That is what Janai did. That is what all the top crews from Black Blingers, Ravers, Clavers, Sample 6, Crazy Family, Mad Squad. That's what Global Bob did. That is what Flava Flava did, Color Squad did, all of the top crews that you can think about in dancehall. And one special person, which is Campotini, that always create that type of flow in dancehall. That is what they did. Create something that can last. This is what Bogle teach us. Don't create a dance move that lasts for a day. Create a dance move that lasts for a lifetime. Bogle is gone, but we're still here representing. Look at that.
Yeah. And I talk about Rockstar. This is your latest creation, right?
Yeah, Rockstar is my latest creation, but it's not something new, if you understand in a sense. People back in the days in the reggae time, we used to do a thing called the Bob Marley. You understand? Bob Marley playing his guitar. If you notice, Bob Marley pose like Usain Bolt, it would go like this. Bob Marley pose on his pictures with his guitar. Yeah? So I was thinking, yo, I need to bring back something that was back in the days. And also Riffical, they used to play a type of guitar thing, but not in the flow of this form. They used to just play the guitar and go around. Then you also have mad instrument. Then when Firelink said, John Hype, mad instrument, play the guitar, play the piano, shaker. So I'm trying to bring back that type of excitement in dancehall. So I said, yo, which other way I can bring back something in dancehall? Everybody know that Dansa Bling love to dress nice, my fashion, my flow. So I'm saying, yo, come like I'm the dancer rock star. So you know what? I find a dance move that I was flowing, and if you watch the flow, I am bringing back World Series from Bogle. World Series, World Series. All I do is add the guitar and slow it down, and it becomes the rock star. People don't get it wrong, I'm not going to name the rock star. I'm in promotion mood. I still dance a bling.
Yeah, don't get it, yeah?
Don't get it twisted.
Koolaz BG, the coolest man, the coolest kid, you know? I'm here in Europe, Germany.
For the first time.
First time.
Actually, there's a couple of more people who are here for the first time, and it's always exciting also to me to ask how's the experience and how does it make you feel to travel to a completely different region and area than
It's wonderful, you know, because I live now in New York City for 5 years now, but I've been to South America, I've been to like Canada, other places, but this is my first time I come to Europe. It's different from what I see in South America, and it's different from what I've seen in Canada and also in America.
I find this so interesting because I'm always interested into knowing where are the main differences, right? Because like we have this, or I have this European perspective. That's why I want to interview Jamaicans who either travel, you know, around the globe or still give their local insights about certain things. What would you say is the main difference, if it's even really comparable, talking about the dancehall scene, maybe here now in Europe, based on your experiences compared to New York or other places?
I would say Europe is more like synchronized with the culture. So even when you look back years ago, like reggae play the biggest festival they keep in Europe. America is more of like choreo, you know, it's not to bash no one, just to clear the ear. So it's more of like, because it's more hip hop. America is more like a hip hop country, so it's more of they like the tick ticky tick ticky tick ticky tick ticky. But now Europe now is more mix. you know, because, you know, Africa is very close, so you find out that the culture is very mixed. Reggae music play a big part in Europe, you know, Bob Marley, Buju Band, all these people been coming to Europe. So with the dancing now, it's different because people here really want to learn more about the culture. People here is not really focusing just choreo. They want to learn more.
Yeah, that's interesting because, of course, like talking to other Jamaicans, also there is a critical part about us here. Is more we always want to learn the new thing, and we kind of don't focus so much anymore on foundation and going over and over certain movements.
You're gonna always have people like that. You're gonna always you're gonna have the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're gonna always have people where they're gonna love what they see now, and you're gonna have people that they will stick to the roots and they wanna learn now, and you're gonna have some people it's just that they just wanna new move. But if you don't know where you're coming from, you're not gonna know where you're going. But the people that you see, the people that we see as Jamaican, as the choreographers, as the dance move creators, that is so focused in the culture, we just have to applaud them for what they're doing because they're spreading it the right way. The people that are forcing to just learn the catchy stuff, it will take time for them to break in it, but that's like America. They want the catchy stuff. It's like catchy. But then it's like if you're forcing it, and it's like them not really want it, it's kind of like one day them will see the truth, no matter what.
Yeah. Talking about your class, actually, fun fact for you, which you don't know, there was a lot of people before telling me, oh, I'm so excited to learn about or learn from Koolaz because your reputation here, or you know, is very high, and people is like, oh, the class is always nice and it's so different. How was the experience for you teaching here, and how did you get some feedback as well?
It was very good. It was very the energy that I gave, I received it back 1,000 times more. You know, I felt it spiritually, I felt it physically. And it was very amazing. It was amazing because I've seen a lot of people that I've teach 10 years ago in Jamaica before I started traveling. That me and Damien teach also in Jamaica, so it's like it was also a reunion. I've seen some people that I've seen 7 years ago, 10 years ago, and it was like it was a reunion also.
Yeah. Me even personally, just recording the energy and the vibes, it was different, you know. But this is the beauty, I think, of having Jamaicans who are staying somewhere else, you know, and sharing what they learned or adapted towards a different culture or environment and sharing here again. So we're kind of ending up in a melting pot, I would say. What I also find interesting, that's why I was so excited even to talk to you, being based in New York, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Or generally speaking in the States. Sometimes I feel like even when I do some researches or talking to people, I feel New York or the States in general are kind of left behind sometimes when we talk about dancehall, even though there is such a huge migration and Jamaicans living there. Is that something that maybe it's just me, you know? Or do you also feel like, I'm not saying you're kind of ignored there, but how would you evaluate
So
that?
the dancehall scene in New York is more of, you see how the party scene in Jamaica is? That's what the dancehall scene is in Jamaica. It's just a party. That's it. The dance, because you know there's dance hall party and then there's dance hall with the dancers and the party. So the New York scene is just the dance hall and the party. It's not the dance hall and the dancers. So it's kind of like, it's so much Caribbean people there, you know, different Caribbean countries, a lot of Jamaican people, but it's like these people, the same Jamaican people, they're not gonna want to learn. And then because it's so fast paced, it's like if you're gonna say let's keep a, for example in Europe you can keep a camp and you can say all right, full pass is €250. In America they're gonna say what are you, is this person Beyonce? Why am I paying so much money just to see someone dance? So it's very like, it's different because America is not cultural. Nothing, I live there, but America is not a country, it's a constitution. So you have to always remember that. That's the truth. It's the very truth. Anybody that lives in America can tell you that. No one is afraid to say that. So that's all with the dancing. And but you will get the opportunity to work with big artists. You will get the opportunity to go into movies and stuff like that. But you have to be an agency dancer. You have to be signed to an agency or signed to a label. And then it's more of the agency dancers would get the recognition more than the Jamaican dancers them. So we would put in the authentic work, but then they are more like, you know, I've only been there 5 years, so I'm still marketing, you know, even though I might have a big platform, but I'm still marketing because, you know, I'm just still marketing. So
yeah, interesting insight. How do you evaluate TikTok on dancehall culture? I find this is such a huge topic, I know, But I find it very interesting because, of course, there's different point of views, and some people say it's harmful to authentic dancehall culture. Other people say, you know, it gives a certain kind of push to certain moves, but yet still, you know, credit sometimes missing, and that leads to the next parts. What is your maybe general opinion on that?
For someone that have a big platform on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, it have the good and it have the bad. So the good is it, like what you just said, it will help to push dancehall, because you know it's also a next platform for someone that didn't know about dancehall, know that they know about dancehall. But the bad part about it is this: nothing is wrong with the challenges, but if you do the challenge, you can't do the challenge and say, oh, I just learned a dancehall challenge, I'm now a dancehall dancer, because you only learn like 4 steps that was just chopped up. That was just a routine you learn. You didn't learn the culture. So a lot of dancehall challenges are going viral, and it's helping it. I'm not gonna lie, but people are sticking to it. People have to get out of the challenge and learn the culture. So you can see the challenge and like, wow, what is this? Like Afrobeats. A lot of people know is like in Afrobeat a lot, and these challenges has helped Afrobeat to grow more. So what people do, they start to research more of Afrobeat and start to learn more. So dancehall is also getting that help with it. So it have the good and it have the bad.
For me personally, what I see most oftentimes, and of course, again, also without bashing, but what I see is the new school dancers, you know, that are maybe fresh from the scratch or whatever you want to call it, like jump on this challenge. Oh, we have a new challenge, and you know, then kind of delivering this message and kind of paving it as a narrative or as a standard. Like now, everyone has to have a challenge, and only if it goes viral, then you are trending and getting opportunities. Right?
Yes. So I will go back to, if you don't know your roots, they don't know where you're going, because knowledge is power, knowledge is key. So if you just get up and say, we're not bashing, but this is the truth. If you don't have no wisdom and you have no knowledge, then you're not gonna know. You're gonna go to a class for 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 15 minutes, and you're gonna teach challenges. People wanna know knowledge. You have to also edify someone. So you can't edify someone with a challenge. You know, it comes with a lot, and there's stuff that also a lot of us as Jamaican. I'm a new school dancer too, you know, but not the new fresh. This generation now, I would say to them, if they're watching this, do a lot of research. You know, in my time with BG and Blackie, when we just came in, we got a lot of bash. But the thing what I did also for myself, I did a lot of research, you know, what was there before me. So if I hear the legend speaking about certain stuff, I can say, yes, you know, I did see that, or I did a research on that. So the viral, I went viral, you know. I know viralness go. I went viral before, you know, 20 million views, 30 million views, you know, 500,000 views. But don't make the viral get to you take you away from the culture. Because guys, remember, this is your culture. So you are also spreading it that way. So don't make, because you go viral and I'm the hottest thing now, you can be hot for 2 weeks, but after the challenge done, that's it. You know, but then when you come to dancehall, the real thing now, you're going to stay forever, ever, ever, ever.
It just adds up. My people are going to watch this now, and what Dansa Bling said, because sometimes they just end up being a branch, right? They just, you know, fall down and die, and that's the root. You know?
Yes. So you have to stick to the root. Stick to the root. Because you can't cut the tree. You can cut the tree as many times as you want. But if you don't kill the root, then the tree will still always blossom. It will always. So stick to the root. Stick to the root. Dancers, edify yourself. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. Listen, if you don't have knowledge in this world, people will take you for a fool. When you're working with artists, when you're doing promos, when you're doing so much, and this goes also for my fellow Jamaicans, please do your research, learn how to write a contract, learn how to read a contract, learn how to make an agreement. You know, when you're going overseas, learn. If you don't know, ask someone, ask a dancer that you know that has been traveling, like, hey, you know, I got an opportunity and I don't really understand. Give me some heads up on this, like, more I know what I'm supposed to do. You know, ask around. I did the same thing. You know, people that was here before me when I started traveling, I asked, you know, and I did get answers for what I never know. So don't just feel like, oh, I'm hot, I'm a viral, I'm the biggest thing, and it's like you go outside and you make a fool of yourself because you're only living in the moment.
Easy.
Like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, man. Dancehall Ketch Up, you know how we them can set up.
Yeah, never. So
Is it?
it feels like nighttime. Catch up with Flava.
The
because,
legend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Flava Flava, aka Flava the legend, you see me?
Yeah, man.
One of the starters in dancehall. You see me I say?
I think it's so important because most probably, I would say 90% of the people watching this, they don't know who you are.
Flava is, yeah.
And even when you started, what made you, the legend you are right now.
You mean what inspired me to
Yeah,
do this?
yeah.
I mean, it was an inborn concept, and it was a survival back in Jamaica, because in Jamaica we never really have jobs and stuff like that as youth growing up. So my dad was a musician. As a matter of fact, most of my family was musician. Like all my brothers, I have a brother that sing. I have one that is like a dancehall artist, and that's not the reason why I became a dancer. I was just born with that talent, So, to tell you the truth, as a kid, I used to go to the parties. I was a Lego kid, like as very young. Like I'm talking about 8 years old coming up, very young. You know what I mean? Because in Jamaica, like, it's an island. You know what I mean? And everywhere we walk, we actually know where we at. So. My dad, is the one who really grew me. So he never really put any, like band on me. He just know that he can take care of himself when he's out there.
Yeah.
He may be small, but
Yeah.
he can survive. He know to survive. So I'm always a survivor. I'm like. So I mean, music, just the surrounding of music. My dad used to have a band in the yard and stuff. Like he have this man play the guitar, he's singing, that man beating the drum. So the music, I grew with that momentum inside, And then as a kid, I used to go to the parties. Back in the days when Ninja Man and Shabba them and Super Cat them and doing their thing, I used to go to the parties and pick like the empty bottles. But while I'm doing that, I'm dancing. Yeah. And sometimes I would take a break and just be at a spot dancing. And I see that people gravitate to it, like, yo,
Different.
You know what he's doing, So, I mean, at the time, it wasn't no culture dancing really, where I'm coming from. But we're like, after a while, we have Della Move, and we used to have Leroy Smart. He's a singer. He used to skank, So as a kid, we used to watch the video with Leroy Smart because he got the felt hat on and the suit, and he used to skank a lot. You know what I mean? So we used to gravitate to that as kids and laugh because it looked so. You know what I mean? Unique. It's not funny like we playing him or not like that. But it looked funny like in a enjoying way, soothing way where we want to see more of him. And then we have Della Move, then we have Mr. Bogle, then we have Prang Man, Colleen, Butterfly, and dancing just it just keep growing. Yeah. But Flava now, Flava, I just kept doing it, get more and more versatile. People never really know who Flava is. Like, people know who Flava is, but my fan base wasn't like big, where the world know me, but
because it was harder too, right?
Yes,
Especially.
it was harder because it was just television and radio, So you find out, I just kept the thing going, and it's like I used to be in groups too, like different. Like the first group I was in, it was me and the artist Mr. Lex,
Yeah.
and then I was more so like I was like a solo dancer though, but at times we would join groups, to really, because you have to utilize it in every way. So we join groups, and we find out sometimes the group get you more shows, more, you know, because we like, it's more organized. Because group, they wear one suit. You know, it's like a job, it's like a uniform. So yeah, I mean, well, Flavor coming from a long way, man. You know, I'm like the first Jamaican Flavor. Back then in Jamaica, you have Topless, God Bless, Roses, Sunrise. You know, you have Wacky, you have Broke Up, you have Flavor. You know, so Broke Up used to be my partner, you know. I'm not Broke Up. Broke Up used to be my partner. Broke Up is a name. This dance, it's called a pop dance. But when Broke Up migrate to America and they see him do the dance, they give the dance his name, Broke Up. So that's how the dance, you know, becomes with that name, you know what I mean? But Flavor is like a person who, you know, keep doing it, keep growing. And, you know, like the industry back home used to, you know, everybody start like gravitate to everything and like, I become a special dancer, you know, because I was like so versatile, like back in the 90s, you know, I used to get called from America like, yo, we want to put you on a concert with Usher, you know, and that's something that, like, stuff like that motivate me, like, really? I'm that good? You know, but I was good, you know what I mean? And you know, stuff like that just make me feel like, damn, I can't stop, you know? So, really, I was just a dancer who, whenever like the contract, whenever they got contract in Jamaica for like the big videos, like No Letting Go, Wayne Wonder, I was a part of that video. You know, like Anything for You, Nadine Sutherland and Snow, you know. I was a part of that. Dancehall Queen, the movie, like, you know, it go on and on and on. I work with everybody. Assassin, Cableton, you know, there's a lot of people. You know, I've been doing a lot, you know, like, we used to create, invent, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like what's going on now. But it's more like what we was doing, it wasn't just something you could get up and do, you know what I mean? You have to really sit and meditate and you know, master the craft, you know what I'm saying? Because like, back then you have to be very effective, like, you know what I mean? So back then it's like, it was way harder. Yeah, not saying that dancers now is not effective, but, you know, like, every dancer back then maybe have one or two move where when you see they transform and do that, the place just like go wild. You know, and you have to be able to catch up. You know, because we used to do a lot of battling too and stuff like that, you know, as a kid. So.
Now having all this legacy actually behind you, or with you I should say, you talked about it in the class as well, and actually I did talk to another person, Dangles, who was really positive when I reposted your stuff, and him say, yo, this I'm a G, and he's so happy to see you, you know, being here and sharing what is really authentic, and to even see and that you are able as the source to educate where dancehall more or less, you know, so comes from. Or so he was like, yeah man, and he even sent some voice notes. I didn't listen to us yet, but I'm very sure he gave me some more additional insights about you, and him I just made sure like, yo, you have to, you know, catch up and talk to him and just let him let his voice heard. Definitely. So how comes that, I mean, now we are here in Europe, right? Luckily gotten the chance to learn from you. Yes. You mentioned at some points maybe you don't really get the flowers you deserve, and some people are, you know, kind of pushing like pushing you aside. We did talk to Dansa Bling already, also to Global Bob, who mentioned, you know, they are the street dancers, but more the underground dancers who are like differently evaluated or credited. Yes. How are you evaluating this part especially?
Well, really, you know, the reason why I said, you know, because I can remember that at one point dancing was just a talent that people see and like, but we bring it to the level where it's at, where it became business. you know, you know, we bring it to that successful level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, the people that's in it right now, you know, a lot of them don't really, they don't give you that flowers, you know.
How comes?
Because
I really
outcomes
wanna know
is
this.
all right.
Yeah.
Most of my fans and people, some of them is still around, but most of them, I don't know if I should say most of them, but I know a lot of them is not around. You know, so now it's a new generation, but I still have people in corners and in different places and areas that know and they remember the history. So, you know, people would be like, yo, I don't understand Flava. Like, you should be one of the dancers to really like be on the moon, you know? But for some reason, I think God used me for a certain, you know, reason, and I think He still have a gift for me, where, you know, time by time goes on. It's because look, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't even watch like the people who sweeping me under the rug or anything like that, because, you know, sometimes the plan that you have for yourself, the Almighty, have a different plan. You know, because I wouldn't know that I would still be here doing this, you know? And it work out that I do a lot of work, and it seems like the work that I'm doing, look, I'm here right now, I'm in Germany, right?
First time, right?
Yeah, so if it wasn't for me doing what I was doing back in the days, you know, I wouldn't be here right now, you know what I'm saying? So the work, they say slowly is the fastest way to get where you're going. You know, and we have a lot of patience, you know, and it's like, I think with me, I'm humble too, like I'm super humble, you know, and everybody argue with me for that. Even Wacky be like, yo, man, like, yo, you come out, don't just, you know, I don't see people, you know, like other dancers like you, you know, so show your talent, you know, show your talent.
Yeah.
You know.
Talking about Mr. Wacky, because I always love to ask these memorable questions or
Same.
moments.
Yeah, that was
what,
a friend of mine.
Yeah, what was one of the most memorable, I'm going to use that word again, moment you had together, something that you maybe always make you smile or be happy, one funny story, you know, we did talk to Famous the other day and talking about Colo Colo, how it was, what are certain things, what was something that you love to remember or think about when it comes to Bogle?
Well, Bogle, look at that. You see that? Oh my God. That was like, with all the people Bogle know and all the people who be around him, me and him have a special relationship because of the person I am and how I move. Because if it's a crowd over there and he's talking, he will leave over there and come where I'm at to talk to me, because you know that Flava is a quiet person. I can't really, you know, like, we always talk in one way. So I remember one time, we was in this club in New Kingston, Jamaica, right? We was in a club and we was talking, and I said to him, because the thing is with him, he's very intellectual, so he like give like the artist, he will say something from his mouth and it became a song from an artist, you know, so, and then the artist will turn around and maybe like switch up on him, you know. So I said to him the night, why you don't make your own song? Because you're always giving other artists your lingua, and they always make song with it, and then they turn around and you know, switch up on you. So I said, why you don't make your own song? And you know, he was just laughing. We was like fall on the floor together, you know, because we were just like reasoning and falling. So I never forget that. And it was like maybe 2 months after that, he started recording. and do his own song. You know what I mean? So sometimes you say something to a person, you might think they don't hear, but they listening to you, you know? Yep, and definitely that was one of my, it was so much great moments, because that man kind of make me like who I am too, like in a sense where I can remember back in the days when Wacky was on the floor, it's not much people could have go, you have to just leave him alone, because you know, Wacky was like, he got a surrounding. And, you know, they will stand back while he's dancing, and they don't want him to be disturbed. But he will take his time and come for me in the crowd and pull me out like that. I said, dance, because that's how him is, him just dance. So, if nobody know you as, you know, who I am, if they don't know me, they're going to be like, no, he got to be somebody. Because the dancing speaking too, you know, you dance good, so they're like, oh shit. You know, so by him pulling you out, you special, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of different moments, man. This man like, oh my God, man, you know, words cannot say, you know?
Now we had the chance, actually I should say we had the chance to learn from you and to see you in action, and I think I said this to Global Bob also, you just had goosebumps, you know, but it was me recording you, seeing that, and like actually seeing what Dansa Bling or Global Bob say in lectures, you know, they always teach about Prokop and these days and this and that. And then it's like, oh wow, this is how it really looks like, you know, you get the words and you get a picture, like how it is actually brought into reality. How was the class for you? What kind of feelings you had during teaching and sharing?
Oh my God, yo. The class was a wonderful experience. It was just like, because I haven't been dancing for a while, you know? It's
you didn't
like,
show.
yeah, but because I have that you know, that concept inside is like, the you know, even if I sit down for a million years, I still feel like I got something, you know, something. It may be not everything that I used to have, but
we
I
can't
could,
even compare, right?
yeah,
But I mean,
you know, but oh my God, because I was a beast. I was a beast back then, man. You know, like you would be there all day just watching, you know. So.
And I'm sure there's still, I mean,
class, the class was, oh man, like, you know, I loved it. I loved it, and it's a great experience. Because I used to teach dancing through aerobics, like in gyms and stuff, but this is the first time I ever really come across like teaching like a school, you know? And the way we dance, like me personally, like we don't really have, how would put it now, oh my God. We never really have the patience, because when you teach, you have to have patience, you know?
For sure.
You know what I mean? So we never really have the patience. So that's what I need to develop. I need to, you know, go back into slowing it down, breaking it down, counts and stuff like that, you know, like, so.
But yeah, I mean, it's more a street vibe, as even Global Bob said, you know, like sometimes you don't really break it so you know, that it kind of loses its...
But the most important thing is the people, though. The people, you know. If they're having fun, that glorify you. You know, it's not even about you when you really teaching. It's just that you just want to find something that they can really learn, you know.
I did talk to DJ PAPPI, actually, as our first person tonight, and you picked him up for, you know, playing the way he was playing and everything. He showed his gratitude. You can watch it back as soon as this drops. No, but he really appreciated it, you know, hearing it from a legend like you. And can you even give the viewers or watchers who are going to see this a little insight about the party, because you also mentioned, you know, a couple of words that it reminded you of some Pasa days. And
I mean, this, you mean the way, the music?
No,
the music was wonderful, man. Like, you know, it take me back, you know, it take me back, especially when he played my teen song, that Bounty Killer remix. It take me back, you know, way back, and, you know, back and forth, because he sort of have everything, you know, so it was good, you know, nice. It was good, you know, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, that's great.
Definitely.
That's great. I think we too. So now people got a little insight about your history, you know. I mean, there's millions of things more to tell, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely.
What are you currently up to?
Like
life-wise?
Between me and you, right? Like, you know, I mean, between me and the world, you know, it's like, it's life. I just take it as it come, but at the same time, I'm moving towards it at all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still dance. That's my first love. You know, I do some music because I got a platform too. You know, I do some music and I work. You know, and just hopefully that someday, you know, I would just gain something from it. You know, but to me is my joy. It's mostly my joy. You know. Yeah. And if I'm supposed to gain something from it, well, you know, so let it be, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna keep doing it then, you know. At the same time, you know, man. I love the music, man. You know.
Ketch Up
I love the music. Ketch Up.
Is there any message, anything that maybe current thoughts that you have, especially after this experience here, that you want to share with the world or your fellow Jamaicans, legends who are still alive, or any person who's watching this?
Well, all right. So, first thing first, never stop doing what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Talent-wise, whatever. But if it's talent, never stop doing it. You know, believe in yourself. And keep the faith, you know what I'm saying, and put out the work at the same time, you know. And once you put out the work and, you know, stay fit, you know, pray to God that you have health and strength, you know, the magic will come, because I never know that I would have been in a place like this, or even the places that I go, you know, the things that I get called for, like some of the music videos and the paper, and you know what I mean. That's like it's magical, you know. It's some things that I never expected to happen. So yeah, I'm not the only one who said it, you know. A lot of artists said this. A lot of dancers already said it. Cause even Waki said it to me. He said, "Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop." You know what I mean? Don't stop. You know what I mean? And this is a job, but it's a positive one. You know what I mean? You're not hurting nobody. You're just dancing. You're just doing music, whatever. Just keep doing it. You know, because oh my God, you know, it's good to be out in the world, man. You know, doing what you love. You know.
Ready or no, people? It's the third location change actually, because first we started inside the building, then it was too hot, we went outside. And now, as you maybe noticed, there's a different background and it's a little later in the middle of the night, but we can always catch up because it's mobile and worldwide. But we're still in Cologne and we still recap about Fiwevents. And you should recognize that face next to me, even though him I wear glasses and a cap. Hat. Chris Icon is here again with us. And yeah, you were not booked this time at Fiwe, right? No. But I heard you were actually part of the organization team as well, right? How was your experience? How was Cologne treating you?
Well, first of all, big up Dancehall Ketch Up. Because Dancehall always a catch way up. No. Anyway, we're there. They're fine with. So give thanks. And back to the event now, Fiwe event. Being a part of the team is also like a dream come true for me, because I mean, it's for the culture, a Fiwe event. And that alone signifies we always help and support our brother them and sister them in the culture. So yeah, it was a great feeling.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
There were some legends in the game as well. Flava Flava, a forward on the stage with Global Bob together. How, did you join that course or that class? Have you witnessed it by watching it? Or?
First time in our history witnessing this. And may I tell you, the ancestors them they did their dance with, because the energy inside of the room, the talent, the skills, the different technique and move, the history, the whole culture. Yeah, I mean, we learned so much. I mean, it was a joy to see the brother them and the kings them a full joy themselves and a share with us, no? So yeah, definitely is a moment where it now go just disappear like that. No, always I go stay with you forever.
we had the chance and we could talk to Flava Flava already, actually before this now, a couple of hours ago. And as Bob said and other people, he never really get him flowers for what he was doing, which kind of leads me to what you were saying initially. Last year, you don't really get the recognition for what you have done in Germany or what you're still doing. So I want to catch back a little in your past. And maybe you can talk more about Stainless Crew and how that actually, more about the background of that.
Yeah, that's true. Happen all the time, in sometimes in every factor of life. But yeah, me and my cousin them, and my uncle, and my good friend them. We started the movement with bringing the dancing part of dancehall inside of Germany from 2007 officially. The name of the crew was Stainless Crew. Big up Evie and Bob anywhere they see them way down. Kevin and the Works. And with DJ Lashes from Ghetto Force. And Uncle Dennis and the whole family, you know? Barry and everybody. So we just used to roll together and like, we want to bring the dancing part of the culture in Germany, because that part I did missing, even though Germany was well up to date and with the music, dub plate, everything, sound system, a lot. Them support the culture that we're there a lot, but nobody never really understand the dancing part of it. So we decided that we want to bring that to the people so they can understand it, and I was the driving force in that part to make sure it happened. So the journey started from 2007 officially, and we continue until about 2010, 11 as a team, and then we just go separate ways and, still support one another from far. And that's how we changed the name from Stainless Chris to Chris Icon.
So now for me, as I started late as well, actually really diving deeper into dancehall culture was 2019. It was the part when, my studies finished and stuff, and I had more time to, lecturers and all of those knowledge or seeking knowledge. So the scene already established, right? Like I was diving into something that was already there, as you were saying, more than 10 years ago. Before that, nothing was there. You had to kind of build and pave the way. How can people, or even me myself, imagine this? Like, dancehall didn't really reach Germany, or there was reggae a little, and how was it back then in 2007, and how did it grow from there?
Yeah, dancehall was actually here, the music, and there's a few people I can remember, or I know personally, that was also putting in the work with me and my cousin them at the same time, like Kim La Queen. She push and teach step long before YouTube and internet and them things they get common, just like me. You have Quincy, you have Nexus from Passa Passa Sound. Them days a Passa Passa in Germany where we bring all dancers together and the dancers link up. And there was a few people that did a try push the same push for the same aim to bring the dancing part of the culture here. So there's a lot of video out there that you can find on YouTube same way from me, my team, and other dancers and other promoter who was having the same dream to bring forth it. So yeah, we put in the work, definitely.
Yeah. Talking about, again, as you said, the music, was there. We talked shortly about it already before the interview started, the club scene and, putting dancehall on this level, all aspects of the culture. What was the experience like?
Well, the club have a different type of experiences with the club itself. We've been through this and that and everything, because you have time that promoter who book we kind of understand like there's a dance into it, and they want the patron them for see it and experience it, while you have other promoters who book we and don't even understand the real cultural part of it, and then they get upset whenever we start performing and dance in that club. Like they look at us like we're different people, Like, what kind of people them here? For example, I remember one time we get booked for a club in, I think it was Münster. And we went there and we have performed well, and the selector play DJ Lashes, big up yourself, my brother, play a Daggarin song. And that time Daggarin was the highlight in a dancehall. And me and my cousin then start dance with some girl and dagger them, and the security think like we have fight the girl them because of the way of everything happened and them never used to it. So him literally grabbed my cousin and threw him out of the club. And it caused a big controversy because we book for perform and we are perform and they never understand the culture. And things like that we experience. Or people just look upon with different, like, what kind of human them here, them not normal, them not belong here. So we get neglected enough time and things in a party. But we never stop. We always keep on pushing.
Even until now, actually, I mean, a lot of things have changed. The whole scene is was growing or is still growing. You still kind of get the feeling you get neglected sometimes here and there, or? No,
not anymore. Fortunately, we're glad to say it not happen like that. So the internet kind of educate a lot of people too, and people kind of have a better understanding of what dancehall is and the dancing too, and also the dancing and the culture are one. So it's more acceptable now than then. So there's a lot of changes, and we give thanks for that, and that we also are part of history to make that change that happen. So yeah.
Talking about performances, because it reminded me of what I said earlier with Dansa Bling, actually. Back then, there were a lot of dancers normally performing with artists, right? Going on tour, not for the teaching purpose of the culture, but more for the performing and, background dancing kind of energy. Now you are based in Germany, and there's a couple of dancehall artists, traveling through or maybe being close by. You get bookings to perform with them, or not really?
No. And this is one thing where myself never understand yet. But me never question it or ask anybody, like any artist, or reach out to them team or them management, like, me there here, why not do some project together or something like that. Me don't blame the artists them anyway, and me don't blame them management team neither, because must know me. Me blame the European them or the Germans them who claim say they might do the dancehall and them love the culture, who know say, okay, this is Chris Icon, and if the artist reach out to me out of respect for the culture and everything and not the hype, let me ask him if he have time, or let me introduce him to the artist just in case if the artist no know say as a Jamaican him live here, because a lot of artists don't have that expectation, say a Jamaican would have been living in a European country, teaching for so long and building the culture here. So they wouldn't know that unless they come across, come across your path one day. But differently from that, I think I have to blame the people who have the responsibility right there and don't do nothing about it because they just want to be in the highlight for themselves. So, and that, unfortunately, it happened a lot of time. But there are also a few times where other people say, no, link him because a good youth and I might do a thing, and me give thanks for them same way. So yeah.
I remember when we started to get to know each other through Instagram, actually, because it was in COVID times when we first, I think, texted, even though you knew Easy and them people. You were mentioning something like the unity thing is something you have been trying since years, when Lena and me did this Germany link-up thing. But it never really accomplished, and even for us, it's kind of quiet right now because people are not really supporting the thing or doing their own thing. Why do you think? Why is it so hard to really and truly just support each another and pushing the thing that we all love, as internationals, but also including US or even other Jamaicans?
I think for me personally, based on my experience, I think it's an ego thing because. We try, I remember one time, the first time we came up with the idea, I think it was about 2010 or 11. And every dancehall dancers those days that I have contact to in Germany, I reach out to every one of them within advance, about a month in advance, that I'm organizing a link up. It's not about money or nothing like that. but just for us to just vibe and shoot a video together and chill. Mind you, those days you don't have smartphone with this quality camera, so I literally paid a videographer, you know, the woman with the camera, PR about €300 to spend the entire day record all that way we are doing. Just make a movie out of it. The woman agree, understand my project and say, hey, I'm interested in your culture, and she really was really ready, pumped. She carried all her equipment them. And the day when the interview happened, almost every crew said they can't make it. Yeah, they didn't show up. The only crew that showed up that day was Tamika Flexidals, when she used to name Flexidal or in a Flexidal crew them time there. And she's the only one who spent the entire day with me and my cousin them. And literally we did make a video out of it, and we did post a little freestyle on YouTube from Stainless Crew. But I was hurt and disappointed because I didn't even have a job. As far as I can remember, I just get my papers about to start out in Germany, and I save my money and also get help from my ex to put everything together, which in my situation those days, €300 was a lot of money for me to provide and put in a project like that, invest, and get that big disappointment. I was like, wow. So it kind of gave me like a wake-up call that the unity in Germany can happen, but then try to connect with who connect with you. Yeah.
Now we talk a lot about Germany in you know, on a bigger picture. How's the situation in Hamburg? Of course, you're building the scene over there since years. How is it growing? From where did you start? Where you reach now? Regular classes, all these things.
For Hamburg, I just have to say I'm so grateful for all the support and my students and the studios and the dance schools. I mean, I work endlessly, living from just teaching dancehall almost every day. And every class when I teach, I always get support. And I always try to bring the culture to the student as much as I can, and them accept it, and them travel and take workshop on them own and go to other teachers and learn from them, and any way they can support the culture, they always do it. I'm really proud to see where it reached now, from where it's coming from, you know. So it's a good thing, yeah, nice. Definitely.
Is there anything, any point that, you know, would lead to, I don't know, would add up to the topic that you want to raise? We didn't talk about this yet.
Yeah, it could be a lot. But some specific things when we want to point out, like we did mention, we did have some conversation about it last interview, but I think we did figure more in it, and yeah, this is a perfect timing to do that. Germany, please, to all of my German dancehall lovers, them who love the culture, just the culture, not a specific dancer or a specific crew, who understand the struggle of the culture and understand the struggle of us as ghetto youths and street youth, and we have a lot that we have to go through to reach where we are reach. Please, most of you guys, you have privileges. You have it. It's not your fault, and I'm not blaming you for that. But remember, we didn't, and most of us still don't have. And dancehall is our breadwinner. Dancehall is everything that we can use to express how we feel, whether it's happy or sad or emotional or mental or physical sometimes. It means everything to us. So if a person like me that been into Germany, that opened the door and the gate for dancehall in Germany, and most of you guys, or a lot of you guys, know that and recognize that, some of you share stage with me and even do great things too. You know that you should think about, stop being so political in your bookings. And I'm not begging you in your bookings, because believe me, if you come to Hamburg, I don't need to leave Hamburg to go anywhere else to teach. I have more than 200 students there. So I'm very grateful for that. But I'm saying in general, most of the time when I see the flyers that you bring in, it's always the same dancers. It's not just about me. Everyone have a story to tell, and everyone play a part. Especially the dancers before, without internet and without TikTok, without Instagram. We are the one who did it before. When I came to Germany, most of the dancers those days want to go to America or England. They don't see Europe as somewhere where dancer will ever become something. So just think about that. Yeah, show some more respect into the culture if you like the culture, and reach out to the people who know the history or have the history and find out from them too. Dancehall it's bigger than me. It's for us. And if we love it, we should support the culture and not the dancer or dancers. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, nice. Leading up to actually your own event, maybe shortly we can kind of cross promote, because I feel we went right for our, or I would say for your event, because sometimes we feel weird, to be honest, if I say it's I feel my event, you know, like because I'm not a Jamaican, so how can I say like
event,
but but still, anyways, so yeah, how about your own event, Unity in the community?
Yes, wow, beautiful, great question. I've been waiting for this one. So yeah, Unity in the community was inspired by a project that I wanted to do a long time, based on the same Unity link up that I tried to do so many years ago. And one of my good friends, Celine, big up yourself, Celine, you know a chap, she reached out to me with a project, and then I show her my vision and I said, I like the project for name this, and she like, yeah, good name. And actually we made the project work. And I decided I need to do my own camp for the experience, for the support that I have already. So why not try it? And the name and the concept and everything is just to bring everyone together and get a better understanding of the culture. And even also Afro dancing, because we did invite Afro dancers too. Because it's just about to be together and share space. It's a family thing. It's fun for everyone. And we did it last year, the end of October, the 28th and the 29th, with some great dancers. You know, the flyer is on Instagram and our Instagram page. And this year we're gonna do it again, the same date. And believe me, the lineup, it's just follow us on Instagram, keep up with the information, and you will definitely love this lineup that is coming. It's for the second edition. So, and it's going to be in Hamburg. If you've never been there before, or if you've been to Hamburg, you know. And that date, that month, October 28 and 29, 2023, come to Hamburg, support Unity in the community. Yes, give thanks. I want to give another point on Fiwe event.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, like we close the show with Fiwe event, don't? Because that is how we start.
Yeah.
Well, back to Fiwe event. Again, to Fiwe event, for the second edition, Damian BGs, my bro, proud of you. You make history. You see me? You make it happen again, second time, bigger and better. You bring so much people together from all over Europe, brother. You do it. So maximum respect. And to all the teachers, the female teachers, you know, big up on yourself, you know, mash up the ground. Proud of you know. Proud for some Jamaican. And all of my brother them, who don't know a chap go. All kings. Mr. Flava himself, history making, global Bob. I don't even want to call much name because that's too much I know, but Dansa Bling, everybody, big up on yourself. It was a nice event, it was a great event, and it was history, and this is something I always envision and want to become reality for every Jamaican who ever live in Europe, to just embrace the culture and make it on this platform. So big up Fiwe event, and big up everybody who support Fiwe event. Big up on yourself.
We called also Hot Like Pepper.
Hot Like Pepper.
Yes, and so we have a little We have a little gaming segment, you know, where we call the this or that part. So you ready?
Ready.
All right, tell me, is it ackee and saltfish or jerk chicken?
Ackee and saltfish all day, every day.
Ackee and saltfish.
Ackee and saltfish.
Ackee and saltfish for sure.
River or beach?
River, all the time, fresh water.
River.
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 Hennessy or rum?
Rum. Rum.
Straight.
None.
What is?
Appleton.
Rum.
Rum.
1 week without drinking or 1 week without smoking?
1 week without smoking. I am not a smoker.
Oh, then.
1 week without drinking. Me can't do without the weed. Me go mad.
1 week without smoking.
Without smoking, I don't smoke.
Sweet or salty food?
Sweet.
None. In between. None. Me not like it too sweet and me not like it too salty. In between. Freshish, sweetish.
All right.
Yeah.
None.
None of the above.
Cooking or going out?
Cooking, definitely cook. Me love cook.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Going out.
Both.
Is that this or that?
I like go out. I love cook too.
Yeah. Adventure sports or relaxing spa days?
No, adventure, all the time. Keep active.
Yeah.
Adventure.
Adventurous sports.
Sports.
Phone call or text message?
Text message.
Text me, don't call me.
Don't say voice note.
Me wish me could have voice note in some comments, you know. So, me don't really like the text, me can't bother. You know, see sometimes they on social media and I want to comment on some, I'm too lazy, I just scroll. So, me don't know for truth. Me not nothing there for replace them. So, voice note.
Text. Instagram or TikTok?
I want the hard, you know. Instagram.
No. But true, them just there for me. I gloat my time or laugh or, you know, some quotes or something like that. But no.
Both. There's no this or that.
Both. Plans or surprises?
Surprises.
Surprises.
I like planning.
I like surprising, my love. I like it.
Being part of a music video or rather a live performance?
Live performance.
I think being a part of video shoots because that lives on forever.
Music video.
Any last message you have?
Practice makes progress, not perfect.
That's it? Anything else you want to say?
Dancehall Ketch Up are the baddest thing. It's great, you know?
Yeah.
Just to big up yourself, and it's good, you know, to have me again on the Dancehall Ketch Up space, you know. So people, when they just follow Dancehall Ketch Up, anyone who see Dancehall Ketch Up, when they just come and say, I just you walk one, don't afraid to come talk to her because she's very friendly, she's very nice, you know, and she's a great person, you know. So big up Dancehall Ketch Up.
Fill in the blank. So I'm saying some sentences. And you're gonna finish them. The one thing I cannot live without while being on tour is
liquor and smokes.
Phone.
Me food. No, I lie, people. Wi-Fi, to be honest.
Water.
I perform on stage with, because I dance for Dougie Fresh too, the rapper Dougie Fresh. So we used to go, you know, like different states and to the Apollo. Like one of my greatest moments with Dougie Fresh is being in the Apollo, because you know the Apollo stage is like Michael Jackson, all of them already perform on that stage. So for you being on, just standing on the same stage, you're like, oh my God, I can't. So that's why I'm saying don't stop, because you never know. It's like, it's crazy, you know, like wow. So yeah, I mean, I remember one time when Biggie Small came to Jamaica, I was actually in the same circle because I was around Little Vicious and broke up them and, you know, and I was there. I was actually on the stage with him, but I was, at the time, I was thinking that this is bigger than me. So I was kind of like stepping back when I should have been, because it was kind of like crazy because he came there in a wheelchair. So I'm like, what? So when the people see the man come out on stage in the wheelchair, they never believed that was Biggie Small. And even when he was rapping, they still never believed. When he started saying, kick in the door with, that's when they realized that, oh shit, that's him. And they stand him up like that. So that's when they realized that was him. So, you know, it wasn't so much about me dancing, it was more about me being around and saying to myself, you know, I want people to know that this is the real bigs, you know? Yeah, because they really never believe it. But that was a big moment too for me, you know?
Yeah, nice.
Big moment.
So having this in mind now, there would be the question, the one thing that I cannot live without while being on tour.
The one thing I cannot live without while being on tour, oh my God. Well, right now, I can tell you that I left my suitcase at the airport. It got like mixed up in the luggage. So what happened sometime, I'm going to say this, like sometime I have to be in my clothes for like a day or 2 days, you know, because all my stuff leave there. So I can't do without my clothes, you know. You know, in reality, that's just, I mean, I can, but I really can't, you know. I want them to like change and look different because, you know, like sometimes.
Yeah. But the luggage back now, or?
No, I don't get Americans yet. But we're going, like tomorrow, like, you know, this class is over. So we're going to have more time to go and locate it, you know.
Okay.
So definitely.
Fingers crossed for that.
Yes.
Jesus. When I've been on tour?
Yeah.
Music.
If I could have a superpower, I would choose
Invisibility.
Eternal life.
If me have superpower, when me don't choose shape form.
Why?
Yes, so I can turn into anything I want. So I decide I want to go over this and I decide, say, you know, so Dansa Bling, I'm going to turn in a killer. Me just turn a killer. You think to Rodney did it? No, I never Rodney. I walk over this and I decide to a Beanie Man. A Beanie Man. So you never know who, but I not change like no girl.
Cool face.
Humble.
I would choose to lift up the poor.
Captain Planet.
How about that?
It was like an environmental superhero who just want the environment to be clean. Most Jamaican in my age will know that.
Nice.
Captain Planet.
Yeah, go Google it.
Yeah.
My favorite way to relax after a workshop is?
Solitude, food, Netflix.
Just in peace and quiet.
Actually go home, take a shower, take my phone, go on the app of PUBG and play a game with my friends online.
Nice.
I would just take a shower and lay down.
Just drink some water and just chill.
Yeah.
That's it.
Zone out. Yeah.
What that mean for people who don't know?
Most of the time when I teach, I go into a different realms. I'm not seeing the world for what it is. I'm in a different place. And when I finish teach, then I have to come back to reality. So it's like I zone out. Yeah.
The best advice I've ever received is?
Everything in life is necessary.
Just to be myself.
Was from Bogle. Bogle looked at me after a competition in 2000 and I think 2004 or 2003, I don't remember. And he said to me, because at that time breakdancing and break-up was very popular. He said to me that in your performance, you did about 75% of outside culture in your performance. Try to do more of your culture and then you can add a little 20 or 15%. So that was the best advice I ever get, and from that day until now, I will never put another culture above my own. No.
Be yourself, be humble, be sober and vigilant.
Yeah.
Is really stay away from guns and gun violence.
you are such a great dancer, you don't even acknowledge it yourself because you're so humble.
If I weren't an entertainer, I would probably be a...
I am who I am.
An accountant.
Basketball player.
Nice. You know, I did play basketball too. Did we talk about that?
Big basketball player.
Oh, we should.
Dansa Bling.
Yeah. Oh, we
People,
should.
you know how I get my name? You know how I get the name Bling? There was a song on from Cash Money Millionaires when Little Wayne sing Bling Bling. Every time I come around, they say my Bling Bling, and I play basketball. But every time I shoot and I score, I say Bling. And my friend take it from the court when I was younger to my home, and I was naturally a dancer. You know what I mean? Dansa Bling. That is it.
Love it.
I'm a firefighter. I always want to be a firefighter.
How comes?
I don't know. I just always say I want to be a firefighter. Big up Hectic Diamonds in the background. Yo, big up Hectic Diamonds.
Yeah.
Over the scene. We're not behind the scene. Over the scene.
I mean, I would probably just be a regular person working, you know. Even though I'm that, but I'm saying, like, you know, I don't know if I wasn't an entertainer, I would be an entertainer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I wasn't an entertainer, I would be an entertainer. Like.
A barber.
Nice. You learned that before? Or?
No, just the experience with myself.
The most challenging aspect of being in the dancehall industry is?
Reminding yourself to be authentic.
Staying relevant.
To get your name forward, to get that popularity status. The thing is, to promote yourself as a dancer is very difficult. The first thing you have to go to get your name published. You have to go there every night to every DJ, every selector. Dansa Bling there. Dansa Bling check in. And sometimes you tell them that a million times and they still don't call your name. They call the most popular name that they remember. But the most important thing is to try to get your name out there.
You have to go hard. You have to just go hard and never stop. Just keep going hard, you know, and just be yourself.
Yeah.
That one rough. But me just gotta say that we don't have much unity amongst each other. Yeah.
It's because like this, right? We was doing it like, you know, from it was nothing. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of challenges, you know, because we used to hop on trucks. Like sound system go on the truck, they go into country or someplace, we used to hop on the truck.
Yeah.
You know, that was just, you know, so when we hop on the truck, we actually gotta like help to set the sound up. And if the truck is there, if the sound, you know, if everything's set up early, we're gonna be at the party till the party started. Yeah. So that's very challenging, and I never have a ride in Jamaica, so everywhere we used to walk too, you know, everywhere, no matter how far it is, you know, and yeah, to know that I am doing all of this and I'm doing it for so long, and I really suffer and, you know, bear the consequence for it and stuff like that, and it's like, you know, people don't really talk much about flavor, you know, and I inspire a lot of people, and I know it, you know. I really do.
Yeah. So we're working on you receiving your flowers and making, you know, people aware of your legacy.
So that's really challenging because it will break me down at times, you know, because like my file is big, like it's serious, but I don't talk about it. I just do the work, keep doing the work. You know, sometimes people be like, "Do you know who you is?" Yes, I do, but you know what I mean, like, you know, if you know, if I think I don't reach there, I'm not gonna force it. You know what I mean? So no matter like what I already done, if it don't make me who I want to be, then I'm gonna remain humble though, you know, because that's the type of person I am, you know, definitely.
Yeah. One thing that my fans or students might be very surprised to know about me is?
I am a very shy person. Shy.
I'm very laid back and very simple. Yeah.
I'm kind of antisocial a little bit still, people, but you don't know, at the same time I'm a people person. That kind of sound like antisocial people person. Yes, I smile a lot, I hug people a lot, I talk to people a lot, but at the same time I'm a little bit antisocial. If your question or whatever you're going to ask me doesn't make sense, not gonna get a reply, I'm sorry.
Oh, multi-talented. I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Chef, dancer. You know, I'm a speaker. I'm a preacher. You know, everything. Listen, God give you so many talent, and God give me so much talent. There's nothing in this world I can do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
That I break down at times, just like reflecting back on my life. You know, like even dancing, because I can remember every dance I used to like travel, you know, and when I say every dance, I mean I'm in the game before a lot of the dancers. I'm not even talking about the new school. I'm talking about back in the days. Yeah, I used to, because I'm one of the first, you know, dancers actually who really, you know, put dancehall on the map. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of, you know, it depressed me a lot of times, you know.
That me can play football really good.
The best compliment I've ever received about myself was?
Wow. I actually don't know. I have a good nose. I never expect someone to actually compliment my nose. I have a good nose.
How humble I am.
Yeah. I'm so humble. I've always heard that. I'm very humble.
Yeah.
Very humble.
Yeah.
I just keep that. I just always keep that.
Nice.
Yes.
Ah, your smile! Everybody always tell me about I have a beautiful smile. I love to smile. So the best compliment that I get, like everywhere I go, is always about my smile.
I did the video with Nadine Sutherland and Snow, right? And I was in Jamaica one day, and because it's shoot by Ike Williams. So Ike Williams called my friend phone. And he said, Flava, I want to try to get you to get a visa so you could come to the States and we could work. So my head swelled, like my head almost popped, because this is Ike Williams, you know. I'm like, damn, you know. But we were good. But that to me was a big compliment, you know. You know, it might just sound like something that he said, but I take it as a compliment, you know. Yeah, I've been complimented a lot of times, you know, definitely. And I work with, like, I think maybe one of the two biggest directors that ever passed through America is Little X and Ike Williams, and I work with both of them, and it was magic because they want to take me places. But it's just like, at the time, you know, my mom, because my mom left me when I was 2 years old, you know. My dad is the one who grew me, so you find out, say, my mom she started filing for me because, you know, it's been a while, so she longed to see me now, so she filed for me. So when you're going through filing, you know, and you like, when you want a regular entertainer visa, you're not gonna get it, because they're gonna see you on filing. You gotta wait for that. So, you know. Yeah.
Your groove no normal.
That was it.
Yeah?
Yeah. You made it.
Yeah, too bad.
Did
I mess up?
No, never.
Never mess up.
Yeah. Done.
Yes?
Yeah.
Cologne and a perfume.
Dancehall Ketch Up. Dancehall Ketch Up. Me not talk Grace Ketch Up. Me a talk Dancehall Ketch Up. Oh, Dancehall Ketch Up. Jazzy Dancehall. Dancehall Ketch Up.
Ketch Up.
Up.
Dancehall Ketch Up. Hot. Yo, you can put ketchup all in a curry.
So big up. Yeah, man,
Dancehall
respect.
Ketch Up.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome, and it's a pleasure for having me, all right?
For
Anytime.
sure.
Respect. Bless you.
Dancehall Ketch Up, how this attack so now? You see the event I go on? Remember, you know? And I feel that one day, and everybody say, oh, Fiwi, event. Nah, I'm all pre, man. You know me, I go and catch up. Now you see me, now you don't.